Doro Experience, in this case, it's on an Android tablet. It's also available for Windows PC and obviously on our own smartphones. The principle is that it's a really simple, easy to use interface. Makes navigating a really good, sophisticated product extremely easy. And everything then tends to have the same kind of look and feel in different applications as well. So for instance, if we go into contacts, you've always got a back and a home key. So you've got a way out. If you want to look at your emails, again, you can see the same situation. If you want to write an email, it makes things easy. We can add if there's a name in the address book. That's a shame, there isn't. So we go back. So we could put in a different message and then just send it. Very simple, easy to use, and obviously it's very simple. Now, if you look down the side, you have 4 different tabs. You've got the home page, which are obviously your most used common applications. On the world, you have internet, Doro Friends and video call. That's your connection to the world. So a video call is a new application which effectively plugs into Skype and makes it extremely easy, straightforward interface. Comes from your contacts as well if your Skype names are there, and then checks whether they're logged in or not. And if you then want to just ring a person with a video call, it really is that easy. In fact, it might even answer, but I'll cancel it for now because the Wi-Fi's not working very well anymore. So if we then go into Friends. Now, Friends is a Facebook integration. So you need a Facebook account, but the idea is that it gives people access to the world of Facebook so they can see pictures and see comments and things that are being said without exposing all of their details. It's a really stripped down version of. The idea being if grandchildren are travelling the world and they're off on their gap year, then the grandparents aren't excluded from the things that they're doing, and they feel that they can access all the information that's around them, but in a simple, unstressy, easy way. No, I don't want to do that. In leisure, you have lots of games. You can see in this case we've loaded Angry Birds, so it's possible to connect and pull down applications.
Which application is it from the Android store?
The Doro Experience is not connected to Android store. It has something called Doro Selection. And Doro Selection would be a group of applications, so if you wanted to add this app, for instance, and install it, I can. And therefore we can work with application partners. The important thing is that you have the same look and feel inside the application to be able to get out. So often we'll work with somebody, for instance the manufacturers of Angry Birds are interested in doing something with us and we get a look and feel that feels good. But it's not about giving full access, in this case, to Google Play, for instance. It's not something we're saying people won't do, but in this case that's not its design principle. We also recognise is we often take people on a journey. So what somebody can do when they get one of these devices is very different after, say, a year of using such a software on a device. And we all naturally want to do more. When we feel comfortable with something when using it very often, then we want to add more and more things to it. So it's not a case of we won't, but right now that's what we're designing it for. And it's a clear point of difference from what's in the market today to what this is trying to achieve.
And is it downloadable as an app, or is it purchase?
So for a tablet, it's downloadable. For a PC, you need to buy a box or find somebody that's going to ship a PC with it. We do a try and buy version so that people can test it out for a month and then pay for the software. But the software comes with a cloud manager. So for instance, if your grandparents or your parents have got one of these, just turn it back on, sorry. If your parents have got one of these, you could take a picture with in this case, your Experience. You have a little application that sits in your Android phone. That's the Doro Experience Manager, the cloud service. You share that picture with Doro Experience Manager and it just drops into their tablet, straight in. And if it was a smartphone, it would just drop into their smartphone, or their PC, it would drop into their PC. You could then go into Doro Experience Manager as an authorised access and you might see some applications that you think are particularly useful for your parents, and you think, okay, I'll publish that one for Mom, I'll publish that for Dad, and have a bit of fun and see what it's like. So as we add more and more things to it, you can assist somebody on the journey. You can take them with you, and that's why being able to add Google Play later is something we will consider, because then we can just publish it and then it's downloadable if you want to have a Play Store. The issue might be, obviously, there are regulations around what you can do with Google, so we'll have to go through.